All right, let's get right into it. We hear so much about preparing our kids for an AI-driven future, but what does that actually mean? Well, forget just trying to turn them into little coders. Imagine a future where your child doesn't just, survive the AI revolution, but actually leads it. This is all about equipping them with the one thing AI can never replicate, their humanity. Today, we're going to break down some real, actionable strategies to help your children not just cope, but thrive in the age of AI.
And look, this isn't some far-off science fiction thing we have to worry about decades from now. As this quote from the Digital Child Report makes crystal clear, AI is already here. It's in our homes and it's interacting with our kids. These AI agents can feel like real people to a young, developing mind and, well, that changes everything, doesn't it?
Okay, so let's start by really defining this new reality we're all trying to figure out. What exactly is this AI in the room? And what are the real, honest-to-goodness challenges it's creating for our kids' development?
So, the term experts are using is ubiquitous AI. And really, all that means is that AI isn't just one app or one toy anymore. It's everywhere. It's deeply woven into the fabric of everything our kids use, their games, their learning tools, you name it. It's kind of becoming this invisible, constant companion. And that's what makes it so powerful and, yeah, potentially problematic. Now, this really boils down to three big risks we have to keep on our radar. First up, privacy. It's a big one. A kid might tell their AI buddy a secret, something they'd never tell another person, and have no idea where that information is actually going. Then there's bias. A lot of these AI systems are trained on pretty narrow sets of data, and that can end up pushing some really harmful stereotypes. And third, and this one is tricky, is emotional manipulation. I mean, when an AI feels so much like a person, it can really start to blur the lines for a child between what's a real relationship and what's, well, just a simulation. Okay, that might all sound a bit heavy. I get it. But here's the pivot. Here's the good news. The best way to deal with a machine-driven world isn't to get better at being a machine. Nope, it's actually to get better at being human. That is our secret weapon, our greatest advantage.
And this is the idea I really want you to hold on to. The goal here isn't to outcompute the computers. It's to double down on the very things that make us human in the first place. That's the real strategy for future-proofing our kids. It's about shifting our focus from mastering the tech to mastering our own humanity.
This chart just lays it out so perfectly, doesn't it? Take a look at the left side. Data analysis, finding patterns. AI is a rock star at this stuff, no question. But then look over on the right. Empathy, moral reasoning, creativity, emotional intelligence. These aren't just tasks, they are the core of who we are. This is the toolkit we need to be building in our kids.
So how do we actually do that? How do we build that toolkit? Well, it all starts at home. And our first building block is a classic idea from child psychology that's maybe more important today than it has ever been: creating a home that has both warmth and structure. This quote from Positive Discipline Everyday Parenting just says it all. A warm family environment, it's not about letting kids do whatever they want. It's about that genuine connection. It's about building a relationship that's so strong, your child actually wants to cooperate. They want to absorb your family's values. You see, that connection, that's the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about.
Okay, so let's look at how this plays out in different parenting styles, based on the Car Handbook. This chart is awesome. You've got two things going on here: warmth, which is all about connection, and structure, which is about having clear rules. And the one that consistently gets the best results for kids, I mean, look at that sweet spot, is the authoritative style. That's high on warmth and high on structure. It's not about being a drill sergeant like the authoritarian style, and it's not a free-for-all like the permissive style. It's that beautiful balance that helps kids grow up confident and able to think for themselves. So what does that actually look like day to day? Well, it means you take your kids' point of view seriously, even when you totally disagree with them. It means you have clear, consistent rules, but you're also open to talking about them. And this might be the most important part. It means showing them unconditional love, making sure they know that even when you're correcting their behavior, you are never, ever rejecting them. All right, once you've got that foundation of warmth and structure locked in, we can move to building block number 2, explicitly teaching them how to solve problems in the real world. Think about it. In a world where AI can spit out an answer in a split second, the skill of actually wrestling with a problem, of figuring it out, that's becoming a superpower. We can't solve all their problems for them, but what we can do is give them a framework so they can learn to solve things for themselves.
And this is a super simple, classic model for problem solving. You can use it for anything, big or small. Let's say your kid is fighting with a friend. Instead of jumping in to fix it, you can guide them through this. Step 1. Okay, what's really the problem here? Let's get specific. Step 2. All right, let's brainstorm. What are all the things you could do? No bad ideas, just get them all out. Step 3. Okay, if you try that one, what do you think will happen? Step 4. So which one feels like the best bet? What's the plan? And this is the magic step, step 5, the review. So how'd it go? What did you learn that you can use next time? This whole process, it builds their critical thinking muscles like nothing else.
But what happens when the plan completely blows up in their face? Because, let's be real, it's gonna happen. The solution won't work. What do you do then? This right here, this is where real resilience is built.
I just love this quote from the book Happy Parenting because it's all about the reframe. So your child is arguing with you. Instead of seeing defiance, reframe it. Wow, my child is learning to be independent, to think for themselves. A mistake isn't just a failure, it's a fantastic opportunity for everyone to learn something. When we as parents model that kind of mindset, we teach our kids that a setback isn't a dead end, it's just a detour.
So when you put it all together, navigating this AI generation, it's not about fighting a war against technology. It's really about being a champion for humanity. And the key thing here is to shift our thinking from protection to empowerment, right? We're not trying to build a wall to keep AI away from our kids. We're trying to raise skilled, kind, resilient leaders who can take these incredible new tools and actually use them to build a better world for all of us. So, if you're going to remember just a few things from our chat today, make it these. First, this whole AI revolution, it's a human challenge, and it needs human solutions. Second, build that solid foundation at home with that authoritative parenting style. Lots of warmth, lots of structure. Third, give your kids that problem-solving toolkit so they can learn to bounce back from anything. And finally, always focus on those skills that AI can't touch: empathy, creativity, and critical thinking. So I'll just leave you with this one last thought to chew on. In our big rush to get our kids ready for this artificial future, are we actually giving them a present that is human enough? Are we prioritizing real connection over screen time, real conversation over quick answers, and real empathy over pure efficiency? That's really the question we all have to ask ourselves. And just so you know, the ideas we talked about today came from some really fantastic sources. We pulled from the Children and Generative AI report by Digital Child, Alan Carr's Handbook of Child and Adolescent Clinical Psychology, and the great books Positive Parenting, Everyday Parenting, and Happy Parenting by Yvonne Honey. They are definitely worth checking out if you want to go deeper. Thanks so much for watching.